Hello. Hello. I have arrived. Damn. It's been only 2 days off. It feels like it's been forever. Are you guys still alive without me? Could you even survive 2 days? It's like ages. Not hello. Hello Hilaria. Hello Flushy. And hello Zeren. Welcome. And hello everyone else who may or may not be lurking. And Hilaria. Beep boop. Beep boop. Hilaria with the 6, 7, 8 months. Thank you, Hilaria, for the tier 3, 8 months, tier 3. What a legend. Thank you very much. And hello, Nom as well. 6, 7 has ended. The era of 6, 7 is over. Until you reach 6 to 7 years, or 6, 7 months, like 67. That is gonna be quite a while though. I started studying driving license. Wait, what? You don't have a driving license yet? That's crazy. I thought you were like way older. Or did you just do it very late? 8, 9, new meme. Please no. Please stop. Just happened. Got it. Me neither. Wait, Diladia, you don't have a driver's license? Hey, Flushy, you don't have a driver's license? Really? That's crazy. We found that transit system is in a lot of EU is very good. Hello, Thrall, welcome. Yeah, that is true. But still. I feel like everyone here. But I guess not everyone. But most of the people, like, I don't know anyone that doesn't have a driver's license at all. Bus and walking is way better. That is true. I do enjoy taking the bus and the train. Well, the train, you know. German trains. Let me tell you, it's basically torture. But buses are fine. I mean, German trains has been good in the past. But nowadays, it is it's basically a coin flip if you get to be on time or not. Well, it's not really a coin flip. You're like 90% of the time you're not on time, and 5% of the time the train is cancelled, and then another 5% of the time you may actually be lucky enough to be on time. You know. Third world country devolve. Now I'm hyperfixated on cars. Oh, I see. I never really was interested in cars, like generally speaking. But I know a lot of people that are. I don't get it. Spanish is bullshit, infrastructure everywhere. I don't know how I survived. I guess Spanish people are quite laid back, right? Like generally. So I guess even if you have like to walk like hours, surely it's fine. How did Germany ruin their transit? That is a very good question. That is a very good question. I have no idea. What happened? Especially since like Germans are also known for being like punctual and stuff, right? A little bit. So it's kind of weird that the trains are like that. I've seen so many videos about how a car works in 2 days, really. I guess it's good to be informed. I actually had my car in the shop recently. I've like had this car for a long time. And had to do like a general inspection thing and fix some stuff up. Even though I barely use it. I use it like once a month, if even. I use it so little that basically every time I want to use it, the battery is empty. because I drank some water. Was it ever good? I feel like it was. Like when I was going to uni, I never had issues with trains at all. Like I was always like getting the train on time, basically. Back in the day. The best car videos are from before like 1990. That is when you had Geniuses Be Educator. Geniuses be educators. Hey, what do you mean by that? You mean like back then all these smart people were doing like videos or something like that? Or all these smart people were into car stuff? Because there was nothing else to be smart about? Maybe. There were no 25 looks conquered me. Let me go back to my corner and switch to display capture, and then we can like put pictures up on screen and stuff. Corner, where's the corner? Well, not really. Is it the correct place? I guess what game dev it is. Oops. No, 25. Right, that? That? Looks kinda old school. I guess it's a nice aesthetic. It's like first car vibes for sure. Damn. I feel like we had a car like that back in the day, but I don't remember. Might have been my dad that had a car like this. The inside. A retro dream. That's why it looks so old, I guess. Yeah, it is kinda nice. The deep Baccara, is it what it's called? Is it a 3D viewer? Car, basically. Might be selection bias, only the very best educational videos survive the test of time, decades. Oh, you mean like the videos that are on the internet now from that time period are the best? I mean, it was like only people that were actually like doing productive stuff, right? Like actual production back then, before YouTube made it possible for everyone to upload everything. So I guess all the videos back then had to be like curated and well produced. So it makes sense. Call me Ankh. Also, I still haven't made more music. I have like 3 songs on repeat. I don't like the other ones. I could like put back on like the game shop stuff. I kind of want to make like a 1 hour collection and then put that on YouTube. But there's so much other stuff to do. I was working on the new model. I don't know if I want to show it though. I guess I kind of want to rig it on stream, but also not really. Because I'm working on that like before the stream, like in the morning. And then I watch like YouTube videos on the side at the same time to get like my personal time like out of the way as well. So I'm not sure if I want to do it on stream. I guess it could be cool. I could do like 3 time slots. Like stream in the morning for, I don't know, like 6 hours of like productivity and just chatting stuff. Like doing rigging and art. And then take like a food break for lunch. And then go into the actual stream schedule. I don't know, man. It seems a lot. But also, I wouldn't be too opposed because I don't really take a lot of like breaks. I don't really do much other stuff other than have like a YouTube video running on the side and like watching some streams. I watched some Chuachong today. We talked about game development. Well, she is game developing. We have read it before, I'm sure you guys know. She's always streaming when I'm like working, so I'm co-working basically. And by working I mean work on the model and stuff. And we were talking about AI in game development and how to put games on Steam and stuff. It was fun. Hello, Shreeze, welcome. Just stream 24/7 at this rate. I guess it would be fun to... would be fun to... you kind of spoiled it already. And you can't call Bunny. The Bunny... Well, it's not gonna be like just the Bunny, but it's basically gonna be Mecha Witch Kohari. In a way. I guess the Bunny ears are part of it. But I'll probably do like multiple. I might do cat ears and bunny ears. And then you guys can toggle it. But like the general, the outfit, the style, the robot mix with the large witch head and stuff. I think that looked really cool, so I wanted to make a model from that. Because it's also... I guess it is a lot easier to do, because like the parts are individually easier to generate. Although the new Flux 2 workflow stuff is kind of working really well, so I have a feeling that I might be able to do a lot of new models in the future using that workflow, because I didn't rebound a bunch of stuff, like I did like Kid Studio Paint's keybinds and stuff, which made me a lot more fast at like separating layers and bringing things together and stuff like that. So it is definitely coming along well. I'm learning, I'm getting more efficient. Yeah, but I really like the aesthetics of that, what I posted. It looks a bit different, obviously, because I have to like separate layers and regenerate things in higher resolution and like clean up the details and stuff. But there's a lot of cool things there that you guys can look forward to as well. I hope you like it. I was not being serious. Well, you know, it wouldn't be the first one that does 24-hour. Like, Cranny did like an entire year of 24-hour streaming or something like that. Polymorph Guardi, yep, kinda. Bunch of new cute emotes. Yeah, we have a bunch of new stuff. Swizz. Hello, Michael. Hello, Raoul. Welcome. Should I show it real quick? I feel like on game dev it's fine to do like a just chatting section in the beginning. I guess it doesn't really matter. I kind of want to do it on stream as well. I don't know, man. It's so difficult to bring everything together. I guess it would be nice to rig on stream. Let me just show you how far I've gotten so far. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not gonna do it. It's like making a deep view stream with like super mega surprise on the model. I feel like I'm not the type of person that would do that. I kind of was thinking about it to do an actual debut stream for the next model. But I don't know. Maybe I should just use it and do it on stream. Like, there's a lot of riggers that stream too, right? And art people that draw on stream. So I feel like a lot of the models are probably known beforehand anyway. And like a lot of the riggers also post progress and stuff. Unless it's like an exclusive commission, something like that. I guess for my own stuff it doesn't really matter too much. Indecisive fish, yeah. I'm just a noob little streamer. There you go. That is about, well, it's not really, that's not how far I am. Like, part of it is still the original. It is that. This is how far I've gotten. I'm kind of spoiling a lot. I'm also spoiling the new sub badges. Look at that. It's a little more simplified, so it will probably look better and smaller. But this time around, it will be 1-to-1, because currently it's not exactly... I guess it is kind of exactly what I have to. But I am updating that, so it will be exactly my brooch what you will have as a sub badge. We need to ask why they had angry. That's just how it came out. I probably will like regenerate it to make it different. I don't know if I want the eyes on their head. I might remove them. And I might remove these as well, like the gems on the head. Because I feel like it looks also like a face a little bit. and we don't need 3 faces. We don't need 3 faces on the model. But yeah, this is basically how far I've gotten. And I guess I'm spoiling it. It's fine. It's fine. So, I have a bunch of layers. Like, all of this is already layered. So, this is basically ready for rigging. And I have a bunch of Easter eggs as well. Exclusive details. Live here on stream. Never seen before. Only some people have seen it. I shared some in DMs a little bit. So, basically, the big cloak in front that has the boot as well is one with a bunch of layers. And then we have the second layer, which is the overcoat, leather overcoat in white. Hollow Knight mask. Yeah, I have a bunch of Easter eggs. Look at that. These are little Hollow Knight pins. It's a knight and on it. It's the from the health bar. The masks from the health bar. And also, for those people who have keen eyes and have played Expedition 33, you might recognize something as well. If not, it would be so cute. You have to give it cookies every day. Or the head. I mean, like, wait, what? Was it meant for the head? Like, give the head cookies so it's happy or something? So these imprints on the leather overcoat are actually pictos from Expedition 33. This is the painted tower, and this is the Cheeto pictos. Damn, I'm showing off. No surprises for you, chat. Unfortunate. Spoiled. It's spoiled. And then there are 2 more clothing layers below. But I will probably change them because they don't look very good. So the leather overcoat, if we remove that, we get the... Oops. We get like... Let me remove the back sound as well. So this is currently the undercoat, which I have a feeling this would look good as like a hoodie. Like we could make a hoodie below, like a red hoodie, and give it some white elements as well. It's a little bit blurry too. But I wanted to keep like the original aesthetics from the reference. And it had like this weird pattern below, which kind of made it come together well. So I kind of recreated this below as well. And below that, damn, I feel like I'm doing like something bad by stripping my clothing layer by layer. Please don't ban me. Right, and then we have the undergarment, which is a... I didn't really intend to make it look like the coat that like Hornet has, but it kind of turned out that way, didn't it? Hi Green, hello, he's a piece of Mezu. Welcome. So this is another layer that kind of looks like it would be the coat from Silk Song from Hornet. Wait, let me enable the back here. Oops, not that. This one. And then, should I remove more clothing? I mean, as you can see, there's already something showing through this clothing layer, and the legs you can see too. But let me show you my body. It is a robot body, so I don't think it matters for like US or anything. But this is gonna be a robot body, which I'm also not sure if I'm gonna use. I might change it, but I feel like it is easier to work with as well. Because I kind of really like the stumpy robot legs. And I did have another generation from the character designs that I really liked. So I thought, why not use the body from that one? So let me show you. Boop. Boop. Wait. Oops. There we go. Wait, what? That's the bag. Yeah. Why is it so red? Oh, it's the shadow from the... yeah. So that is the robot torso. I don't have arms, by the way. I'm not sure if I will add them, because I feel like I will never actually remove the clothing like that. But I could add some arms. I'm armless currently. And the legs actually also have like armor plates that you can remove. The knee plate. And the shoes basically look like that. Do you need arms? Really, you don't, right? You don't really need arms. Who needs arms anyway? Beep boop. There you go. Showed it all. Hello, Henry. Similar. Thank you for the follow. Beep boop. Bring it all together again. This is as far as I've gotten. Oops. Right, so tomorrow I will be starting I will be starting on the head, probably the head, not the head, because the head is probably gonna be a little bit easier. I kind of want to refine it a bit. Like I said, I might remove the eyes, I might remove these decorations here, the different gems. Although it does add some balance to the composition, because you do have the brooch, which I want to be this Paraiba Tourmaline, which is this aquamarine style gem. So I would probably add similar gems up here as well, but maybe only in the center and in the dangle behind. I also might change this star to something else. Maybe another reference to a game, or maybe another pufferfish. And then probably remove one of these, or both of them, not sure. They kind of look nice, but also, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense. I'll probably remove all of these dangles here as well. And I might remove these dangles too, but I'm not sure yet. And then I will remove the head, and then the hair is shown, and then the ears will get removed, and then we add maybe some horns, maybe some cat ears as well as doorbells. Who knows, who knows. Lots of stuff to think about, but I think it is coming along nicely. Alright, that's it for the showcase. Spoiler over. Alright. Let's get into game dev, shall we? So last time in game dev, we had to fix some things. It is looking pretty. Thank you, Zarin. I hope that when I rig it, that it actually turns out well too, because I feel like whenever I do the rigging, I lose a lot of the charm of the original art, especially on the face and stuff. But I will be careful. I think the clothing already turned out surprisingly well overall, so I'm quite happy with the new workflow using Flux tool for editing and stuff. Alright, so last time we were fixing a bunch of stuff because Meganom, like the new Meganom model, had a couple issues. I guess I did 2 streams last week, right? So in the first stream we actually did finish the animations. And then on the second stream we noticed a bunch of things that were like screwed up because the blending, the alpha blending wasn't working properly with the polygon sprites. The head flash was broken, the herb box wasn't being triggered. That was a minor fix though. And the Meganom sprite layer. And there was some stuff broken in the code as well. And then we had to switch out the re-export sprite with a new atlas that actually paints the tail red, so you can see the re-export. And that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if we did the animation triggers. We might have. I think we might already have. Well, I think the second stream was where we implemented them. I'm not sure. Don't remember exactly. But yeah, now we have Meganom in its proper form with the new swimming animation. Oh, Zaren, you weren't here! Let me know. Like, I definitely want to refine some more things and make it a little bit more alive. Currently, it is relatively static. But generally speaking, let me know if you do like the current swimming animation, because it was your submission. Currently, it doesn't move much, but it does go into this swimming animation like you wanted. I hope it is good enough, but we will probably refine it so it doesn't look so stiff. It is a little stiff, but sure, it works. I mean, it's similar to all the other things we did so far. Everything is only like the bare minimum at the moment. And then when everything is implemented with the new boss fights and stuff, we get to refining all of the different mechanics, including UI stuff as well. But we have 50. We also adjusted the hitbox so it aligns with the new animation thing. Where's the animator here? So here again, he just puts back his legs and arms and stretches the tail. So the pose, I think, is good enough, and then we might make it like wiggle around in general to be a bit less stiff and moving. Might also make the head go like up a little. And then the new hitbox is basically just circles along the body, and then we have the weak spot zone in the back. But it already, like when you compare it to what it was before, it already looks so much better, in my opinion. So it already does a lot for the aesthetics. Alright, so okay, what did I change? Alright, the modulate back to lag and 15, yeah? No more lag freaking ending your run each time. Actually, he's actually a lot larger. Let me actually show you a comparison. He's a lot larger now, because it would have been like, but it was a side effect. He was already larger for some reason. I don't exactly know why. Probably because we just didn't scale it down after assembling the parts with the new texture atlas. But Meganom is... Who is saying Meganom? Meganom is generally a lot larger now. And I thought this is a good thing that it turned out that way, because you have so much more space, because the arms and legs are tucked in. So it does make sense. So we go to the old version, you already see even the shadow in the back is already way smaller. I think it fits well though, he kinda looks tiny in this one. It looks so goofy when he just turns and moves without the legs being tucked in. Well, thank you, Zaren, for your submission on the leaderboard for the cycle. Very good, very good. I think the tail is also a lot easier to hit because it's stretched out so much. And it kind of makes the hitbox a lot cleaner on the tail as well. So, all around, a very, very cool and good addition to the game for sure. And then, let me drink some more water. And then after that, we kind of started thinking about what we can do with the final post days. We wrote a couple of things down. I haven't really thought about it off stream much. I'm returning to Kudu. Why? We're happy with Unity. What brings you back? What was I saying? Well, we wrote a couple things down. I didn't really think about it much off stream, so I'm still not entirely sure what I should choose and what exactly we should do. Maybe when Nom Nom is here. He was here earlier, but maybe Nom Nom has some input. So we wrote all of this down. So I was thinking something like we had multiple options. Like one of them was like the Sonic Adventure 2 final battle against Final Hazard. If anyone has played that. I showed it last time as well. But it's basically the monster is on one side, and then you get to... Well, it was 3D. Let me show you a picture. Final Hazard battle. Yeah. Oh god, it's so... Oh Jesus. It's very blurry, but it's fine. So basically, this big creature has like this weak spot, this very apparent weak spot. And then it spawns like a bunch of like meteor-style things and does like lasers and stuff. And you have to close the gap, hit the weak spot, and you get kicked back from it. And then you attack from the other side as Shadow with the same thing. And every time you switch, it basically gets harder to get to the weak spot because it does like more lasers and more bullets and stuff. And I thought we could translate that to 2D for the Meganom fight. So Meganom is on one side, maybe even tries to escape, and you have to close the gap to hit his weak spot. And while he is swimming away, throws things at you, like mini gnomes and some kind of projectiles and lasers and maybe, I don't know. But I'm not sure how we will get the feeling of that right. Because I feel like it will feel very slow. Because you don't have much room to move around, right? And I don't think we want to zoom out. It would be a little bit weird. Because the character is so small already. Because I need a free engine, I'm making a not much performant needy game. But Unity is free too. Weren't you going to Unity because you were annoyed by G2? What a good game, I only played a level of. Oh, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It was one of the best games ever. I did everything in the game. I did every mission on like 5. Like the highest rank on 5. There's always 5 missions and there's like ranks from F to A or something. And I think I A rank everything, which unlocks a secret level. I did everything. I love the Chow system. Or KO, or however you pronounce them in English. I don't want to risk them sticking me with a payment with one of their silly TOS changes. Right. But did Kudu not have anything like that? I don't remember. Is it completely free? Oh yeah. Wait, is it? Yeah, no, it is completely free. I mean, yeah. I think, yeah. I think Unity and Unreal have a similar model. That's what I would think. Was thinking it was Unreal Engine that had a similar thing going on. Even if it does, I'm not paying. I mean, you only get, like, you don't have to pay in Unity unless you reach like 1 million, or 100,000 or something in revenue, yearly revenue. Something like that. Yeah, so we don't really... I guess you do have a little bit of real estate here. Like, it will still very slow, right? If you, like, move from one screen to the other, if Meganom... if Meganom is on one side, and we just have to like close the gap. It can be a little bit weird. Like the player would feel very slow and sluggish, I feel like. And zooming out would make it too small. So I'm not sure what to do. So here's the things that we wrote down. Like close to get to hit the weak spot and dodge things while you do it with progression every time you hit him. And then side-scrolling chase, I guess it is kind of similar. All the same. Then there's a couple of attacks like bullet hell, beam attacks. And then I will put the music a little bit more. Damn, I already have it at 3%. The hell? I guess it's not too loud. Are you jamming out to the music? I'm glad you like it. And then... yeah, dodge piranhas, other attack, well now, snap twin bubbles for additional combos. So that was one thing we were thinking of. Maybe still have like the blue and the pink bubble, so you can still build combo to do additional damage while you are dodging things. Or it could also be the actual requirement to hit him. But then it wouldn't be similar, like it would be too similar to the regular gameplay, right? I saw rainbow please, so rainbow please. Damn, it is so sharp on my overlay thing on chat. I love that I made the emotes larger. I don't know what it is, but some of them are still small sometimes. I don't know why, but they're so large and detailed and sharp. I love it. Waga waga. If someone waga, I waga. Very nice. And then the player attacks. This is where it gets tricky because I feel like the boss, it's pretty much a given that he will be just on the right side of the screen. Like trying to get away or attacking and like moving around so you can't hit him too easily. But for the player, it's a bit of a dilemma what the player is supposed to do. Because dashing into a weak spot is one thing. It's kind of similar to what you already do. But if you actually want an attack, you could either make projectiles, which would be very different from the regular gameplay. But the original submission by Nom Nom was to have a Cuphead style section. So I'm not entirely sure if he actually wants to have us have a projectile attack. But that could be an option. It would be very different. And maybe even confusing because there's no tutorial. That you have like an ability at this final phase. The alternative would be, like I already said, dashing into the weak spot. Another option would be like throwing some kind of projectile. For example, you could do like combos, or like you could have one of the bubbles and try to fling it at the boss through movement. Like when you dash, you release it. Some kind of thing like that. Nom nom, pronounce yourself. Oh, that was the slingshot thing. Right, slingshot was one of the ideas, and the other idea was to just throw something, like dash into the bubble and like push it towards him. So you have to get the angle right at which you hit the bubble. That would be another option. I feel like that is probably gonna be the best one. Because you could spawn the projectile in a random place. And then it would be very obvious because it would also be a bubble. So the player intuitively knows that he has to dash into that. And then once you dash into it, you already see that it's gonna be propelled, right? So I feel like it would be like intuitively understood. You just dash into the bubble and then it goes into the direction that you dash in. So it would be very obvious what you have to do. So I feel like that is currently my personal favorite. And the other thing would be to have like some kind of a weapon that you have to do like combos to charge the weapon and then fire it. Which I guess would work too. But I don't know. I wish Nom Nom would have specified more at this point. But I guess we figured it out. Right, and then Mega Mom can still escape and the shatter screen with the implement tool. And challenges are disabled during the fight, obviously. That's pretty much it. So I feel like it's gonna be... These are like the main things. Like side-scrolling chase with some bullet hell attacks. Maybe a beam attack that he charges. And then have bubbles to dash into to propel them at him. I got hypnotized by the Wagas. Can you repeat everything 5 minutes from now? 5 minutes from now? What do you mean, like, from 5 minutes ago? You mean I should repeat everything in 5 minutes? Like, 5 minutes from now, I should recap again what we did now? What we are doing now? Repeat everything you're about to say. Repeat everything you're about to say. I can do that. I can do that. No, I meant from now back in time. From now back in time. Alright. But before we start with that, let's start with something that is more obvious. And probably will take the entire stream anyway. So we have some more bug fixes. There was a thing that the players behind Meganom in the final phase, that one we kind of fixed already, because for some reason the new spawned Meganom was spawning in font. We never really specified what layer it should be on. I think we just increased the Z or decreased the Z on the boss, or increased the Z on the player, the Z index. And now we are in front of the boss again. Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention this. We did use a shader to fix the transparency thing. It was very weird. Like, it was extremely weird. It took like 70% of the stream to figure this out. Because without the shader, let me just show you. Where was it? Right. Well, I guess I don't really want to play around with that stuff. I kind of want it works now. But basically what we did is we added a shader. We tried to add a shader that uses some kind of like total alpha, right? You basically say the texture should be a specific alpha no matter on which layer it is, because the overlaying parts, so we say our separate parts now, it's like they are alpha multiplied, right? Because they're in front of each other, so you could see the outline of the separate parts through the body and stuff like that. And we just now we are taking the texture coordinates and like apply one alpha value to the texture or to each or something. I don't know. It's like it's in the shader. It's like a rendering cast thing. I think so. We just have one alpha for everything. And this worked initially, but for some reason it takes the world space. It is like in world space, like takes the texture coordinates in world space or something. And the texture coordinates have like this weird growth. Well, you kind of take like the texture behind it to render it, because that's what transparency is, right? You see through. So you have to take the texture from behind. And because it's in a different coordinate system, it had like extremely weird artifacts with the background. And to fix this, we had to put it in a canvas group. But the canvas group, if you give that the shader, it doesn't work either. So we had to put the shader on the individual parts. And not only that, we didn't have to use the shader that we used before, because now we just take the texture, and before we had to put like some kind of alpha blending in between with the color and the texture. Like we had to do some weird thing to make this work. But now, somehow, because we put it into the canvas group, we can just use the texture and map it one-to-one for some reason. But it has to be on the parts itself. And the canvas group has to be above. And only if the canvas group is above can we modulate the actual parent to be transparent. It is really, really weird, and I have no idea why it works this way. But it is working. I mean, one of the reasons it was this complicated is because we are still blending with the head flash. Because the head flash should still work even when transparent, even though, well, it doesn't really have to, but yeah, I don't know why I even did that, because he's now never gonna be transparent when he's hittable. Anyway, it is now working in tandem with the head flash as well. Kinda. Not really. Oh, no. The reason is that you can't have multiple shaders. That's the reason. Because you have to put both in one shader. Kohari, when you had become a shader guru. No. Where's Kairos when you need him? My rank cannot take this much messing. Wait, my brain is still melting. You'll be fine. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, it's weird. Basically, if you ever have to do something where you put different sprites together and you want them all to have the same transparency, put them in a canvas layer and read the texture. That's it. Like in a canvas group. Canvas group is a parent, and then the texture UV texture. Right, and that is what we did last time. And it's already been an hour. Good job, Kohari. Good job stalling. Let me drink some more water. Thank you for that, pets. And don't worry, just Waga. Like those change your mindset memes. Yeah, it's alright, you can get to work. What a good boy. What a good boy. Alright, let's get to work then. So, we have the player behind the Mega Gnome. Let's test this in the old version, just to make sure. I will now distract myself with the driving booking. Good luck with that. I will probably not be able to pass a driving, like one of those theoretical tests if I took it today spontaneously. It's been too long. So that is fixed, as already stated. Then we have cycle to arcade crashes on Piranha Head. That is very specific. Let's double check. I have an average of 7 failures per test. How many are you allowed to have? Like 3? Cycle 2 was this one. What am I looking at? Oh, I'd rather wait for the drama. How long does it take for the piranha to spawn? Is it like every minute or like 1 to 3 minutes? Once I take the average to 1, it will be done. Unless you get nervous during the test. Oh yeah, it does crash. Okay, let's see. Debuff progress on a base object of type new. For the player. The player is new. Nice then. Cursor upgrade 3. Update debuff progress. Why would it be 3? It's cycle 2. Does it have the wrong resource? Assigned. Wait, what is it? Cursor upgrade. Wait. Cursor upgrade EAC2. Cursor upgrade data. Well, that one is not assigned, you know. Cursor shop. Let's see. Cursor shop has... Wait, is it because the cursor shop is loading the... Wait, they can do it. Oh god, I had to go through all this. I did so bad on the Unity test we had. Almost had an auto attack. Really? Damn, I'm so curious. I should have studied game development. It would have been so cool. I have no idea why I didn't. I guess I didn't even know really that it was a thing. Didn't really know it was possible back then. Says a game developer. Yeah, I'm so curious what kind of questions they would be asking on a Unity exam. I guess I actually had a course using Unity. We actually made a game. What am I saying? But we did have a practical course where we made a game with Unity. So I guess that I know how it would work. Welcome, this is Sugarman. Beep boop. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Hello. The Spanish is now a possibility only because people love titles. Yeah, I think we had I had practical courses. I had one with I think both of them were Unity. One with just making a game, anything. And one for leap motion. Eye and hand tracking? Wait. Was it? Oh god, I don't remember anything. We did use leap motion for some kind of hand tracking and eye tracking thing. But I don't remember what we did. Most of my teachers are juniors? You mean like junior developers or like people that are like... Oh, what does it mean? What does juniors mean in that context? Junior developers? Junior developers that teach classes in uni? Like the Gabe's AI. Actually, I saw. Did you see? Like Audacious Gabe the announcement in his Discord. Should I talk about this? I don't know. I saw that like the other day. Basically, he's nuking the community server because he's merging with a different streamer. Very interesting choice to make. I really enjoyed Gabe's streams. I would have loved to like see the streams that he's been doing with that other person. But I guess I get to do that now. It's a little bit weird, but I don't know. To each their own. I hope he's happy with that decision, and I hope they can do great things together. Alright, let's go through this. So the cursor upgrade tool had a different progress thing, which should be based on the cursor script and asset. I think the only difference is the progress bar here, right? This is sprite, the progress. If we go here and enable disable, it should show this. Right, this is just a progress bar. So it should be on EAC2. But for some reason, in the old version, it's using 3. So somewhere, it is loading the wrong one. Which should probably be in a gameplay script. So gameplay EAC2. Maybe that one didn't override the loading of the old resources. Because in 3, we are overriding some world. Maybe not. Is it in the shop or like in the hub world? Might be in the hub world. But the hub world is always the newest one, but the dynamic loading in the script should use the older ones. It is a strange decision to make a server that's identical for you and your friends instead of just using the original. Yeah, I think it's probably because, well, I don't want to speculate. It's fine. I mean, if they are always streaming together, or if they do everything together, then I guess it makes sense to have one server for the entire community, right? If you have a shared channel and a shared community, which I think that's the idea, right? So in that case, it would make sense. Like Fuamoko? Yeah, kind of. I guess that would be the case. But I only saw the immediate stream after the announcement. So I'm not entirely sure. But I think that's what he meant. Okay, so upper 2, load sig 2, and then he's seen. Goes upgrade 2. She goes upgrade 2, goes upgrade 2, and goes upgrade 2. So it is loading the correct scene. Maybe the scene has the wrong script. Cursor upgrade 2. Cursor upgrade 2. Update the performance. But it's jumping in here. Where's this code? Oh, it's the piranha? The piranha calls update tier of progress on each cursor. And that is where it happens, right? So it has to be this. But it's specifically taking it as EAC2. Like it's casting it. How is that possible? Is it using the wrong Corona? Yeah. The one has the correct script, but is it the one being spawned? Tirana. Tirana Yesito. Had to go Rage Quit? Wait, do you mean Rage Quit with RQ? Rage Quit what? Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Actually... Yeah, let me fill up my water real quick. 1 second. Actually, I'm gonna pretend I'm still here. Oh, real quick. That does make sense. Calc is short for calculator. I'm just using slang. What? Is it a reference to something? Because no one said anything about the calculator. Yes. Dare I ask where it's from? Minecraft? Wait, MCSR? What is it? Minecraft speedrunning? Oh. I see. I have a feeling we have to like step through this one by one. Because clearly it doesn't make any sense. Let's just set a breakpoint and try it again. I like speedrunning. I like the idea. I like the idea and what people have done in like the speedrunning achievements, the grades, the cool things that come along with it. But I don't really... Like, I like doing it myself too, like casually. Not really when it gets like extreme, like finding out glitches and stuff. It's a cool thing to watch though sometimes. Like I love the compilations and the memes that came out of it. For example, that's the wrong thing. For example, the Breath of the Wild speedrun is very iconic. The animation, I love the animation of the Breath of the Wild speedrun. For anyone that hasn't seen it yet, go watch it, it's great. Glitch hunting, I am the glitch. Oh, you know. Have you seen some of the Demi clips? Demi? Which clips? You mean like Minecraft speedrun related? I didn't know Demi did Minecraft speedrunning. So no, I haven't seen them. Demi is in the mid of... Wait, is there currently a tournament? Of something? Scripts EAC3 cursor upgrade 3. Hey, where's the stack race? Where did it come from? Where did it get called? Eat cursor, Piranha EAC2. Wait, what? It is specifically taking Hubworld EAC2 reference, active cursor, Earth EAC2 cursor, codes update debuff, and somehow it ends up in EAC3? Why? When is that set? Yeah. Player cursor active index. He's just taking the type from the save data. And he does use... Oh lord, that's right. Is it being called? Wait, so is it Minecraft speedrunning tournament right now going on? Is that what you said? Or what you meant? Because I had no idea. Yes. Alright. Good eve, just woke up. How is Dee? Hello, Zaku. Dee is fine. How are you? How's the editing going? Today is the final day of coaching. Oh, she's getting coached. How to speedrun. So what kind of tournament is it? Like, who's hosting it? Who's participating? Don't just say yes. Tabu. I have no idea what it is. Maybe I should never ask about details. I have no idea. I don't know anyone. He was in the Dream SMP. But I have heard of Dream. That name is kind of familiar. Wait, what? How did I get here without the other one? Shouldn't it load? Wait, is it loading upward 3? Maybe even 4? Or something? Wait, where's Initial's cursor called? Yeah, on ready. And on load. And on gameplay cycle load. That is the one that needs to be called. Is it not? Initialize. I guess it just said peg ones everywhere, kind of. In a very weird place. I have mixed emotions. On one hand, a lot of good IRL developments have been happening. Finally Finally played Monster Hunter Wilds for the first time earlier on stream and I was giggling like a little girl. It's a good game. So I hope you had fun. I saw that actually in Discord when you posted the stream. Here, initialize cursors class and upward 3. What? Yeah, okay. Mid-offs is a tourney where a bunch of people who are new to speedrunning get coached by professionals and compete against each other. Oh. I mean, that concept is familiar though. Like I saw some like clips back when like they did like chess, like streamer chess tournaments and stuff like that. That was fun too. How is it already loading the upward 4? That didn't even start anything. I guess it is doing it initially because it didn't replace. Like it didn't change the upward. Wait, shouldn't it load upward 3? 4? Upward 4? Shouldn't it load upward 4? Oh, upward 4 doesn't override the initialize. But do we have new cursor stuff on EAC4? No. So it makes sense to initialize on 3. I guess I have to skip the first one until we actually reach that world. On the other hand, a few of my friends died in quick succession. Wait, what? One of which is a mom whose children were my students. Oh, I'm so sorry, Zako. It sounds horrible. But now I'm more worried about the kids, because I know that what she'd do. Last year was able to prevent another friend from committing sushi, because we wished her happy birthday. Oh god, I'm so sorry, Zako. Hasn't sent me in yet. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah, take a hug. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you have someone to talk to. That you can get through it. I hope I can ease the pain a little bit with the streams. Hello Alien, hello Willow. How's it going? It is going slowly as usual. It just started basically. I was summarizing and doing some just chatting in the beginning. I do have someone to go to. You guys are a few of them. Well, I'm glad we can also provide some safe space and some comfort. Alright, so we have to skip this one. And then when we go into the hub world, it should load another one. No? Isn't it only when we start the game? Is it even loading? Yes. So easy to initialize. So... What? With EAC2 reference. Call initialize. And this one actually ends up in 3? Why? Did I just assume that this would work? And it never did? Or did it actually change? I guess it didn't update the engine, so it can't have changed. So somehow it was always broken. So I can't call it like this. It won't actually take EAC2. That's crazy. So what do I do then? I just statically charged my hair and headphones and got a real big shock. I actually got some stuff for my birthday against static electricity. I got some supplies for like cleaning PCs. I got an ESD armband with a banana plug to plug it into the wall to get rid of static electricity. But I am also recently, ever since it's always in winter, I guess. But this winter has been extreme with static shocks because I told this before, but my keyboard has a metal frame, and I get really big shocks sometimes from my keyboard, and it always turns off briefly. I'm worried that it actually might break soon, because it has some weird outages. Dum 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 dum. Supplies, yeah. Like a industrial, well, it's not industrial, but it's like a compressor, like a blower. What's it called? DC like a compressed air duster. Like one of the cheap ones. Air compressor with a nozzle. Yeah, kind of. It is... What was it called? I don't remember the name. Oh god, I can't find it. Why can't I find it? I want to show you. Yeah. Why can't I find it? I don't remember what it's called. Deal. It's the Compute Cleaner Export. Compute Cleaner Export. That one. I haven't used it yet though. And I also got an ESC armband with the banana plug for like when you work with like electronics that you don't chop them. And I also got some other cleaning stuff for like wiping off electronics, like isopropyl, what's it called? Cleaning alcohol. I'm always afraid to click links now because last time it showed like in your Dice City. Airbrush mini compressor. Damn, that is an actual industrial thing. Jesus. The hell? You have that? That looks crazy. It looks like it's massive, but it's probably not that large, is it? Oops. Interesting. Very interesting. Don't dox yourself, you silly goober. It's fine, it's fine. I'm not danger using the internet while sharing the screen. Yeah, it's fine. I was clicked the first result and end up on a page I shouldn't. Nothing being leaked, but we do have a leaky mode. See, it shows already that I live in Germany. I hate how why they're all doing it. Like, why are they doing this? Why would they show it? Like that. Makes no sense. Stop. Stop using my IP address for anything. Don't use it for anything. I don't want it used. I can type in my region myself. Use incognito. I'm literally in incognito. This is a private browser. Open an incognito tab and scroll, like do a Google search and scroll all the way to the bottom. Like it literally shows your IP address. Let me show you. I'm joking, by the way. Down here, it actually shows your IP address. Like it literally just has your IP address down here. I'm literally filtering it using AdBlock. Like it just publicly shows your IP address if you scroll down on Google. Yeah, it doesn't store your browser history. That's all it does. Let me show you. You better not. Or Ari, let me show you. Me, you better not. Yeah, I'm filtering it out. Like, I'm filtering that stuff out in, like, all the places that I've encountered before. But if there's anything, if I go to, like, a different website that for some reason decides to show my IP address, like Google, like, what am I supposed to do? I can't pop everything. I don't like the browser, but Opera GX has a free VPN and incognito. Yeah, I should just use a VPN, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm not doing it. I actually have, like, a running subscription from a while back. I think I bought, like, a multiple year subscription once. Yeah, but I feel like it causes weird issues, and I never know if the issue is caused by the VPN or if it's just my connection being wonky sometimes. So I don't want to use it, because if anything ever has a weird thing going on, I don't know what it's from, if it's caused by the VPN or not. And then there's always websites that block IP addresses that are known from VPNs. That is also, I hate that as well. It is so annoying. Why is that legal? Just block people from using a VPN. Whatever, man, whatever. I've got myself NordVPN 3 years ago with like 90% off, yeah, something like that. Me with 13-year-old entering incognito. Like, what? Oh, you when you were 13 years old? Oh god. Because that can be read very differently. Some sites don't work, so I have to reconnect a different IP. Yeah, stuff like that is just annoying. I think Windows NordVPN allows having tunnels, so you can exclude some apps from loading through VPN. Oh shit, I'm a danger for myself. Very unfortunate phrasing for sure. Anyway, let's squash some bugs. I don't know what to do, to be honest. Like, I'm already calling EAC2 Hub World, right? I guess it's the reference that is set. Was it taking... Like, we're setting the ref in the beginning. L. Static variable ref. And it's self-references. But if I go through here, let's check what ref is in its state. It might already be like a different one when we reach there. I will always remember the incident. Do I want to ask, or do I just skip that one? I've been playing you Upload Labs for the past week. I will finish it. Upload Labs, what is that? Is that a game? Upload Labs. Free! Wait, is it just visual scripting the game? Super City idle game with nodes. That looks like blueprints. That looks like Comfy UI. Where he accidentally said Bussy instead of busy. Freudian slip is what we called it. Nice conditioning. So the reference currently is... Can it be somewhere here? Listed? Why is it not listed in... Is it because it's a static variable and it doesn't show like that? The self should be upward 4 in this one. Related to 4, by the way. Because of a classmate, I now associate the anus to Legos. What am I reading? I really like how the notes are done in this game. I actually went on to create a tiny note editor for myself. Really? It does look very clean, doesn't it? Also, why am I not showing it here? Upload maps. We did play Node Math in the last Steam Next test. So I feel like that could also be fun. This is so boring. Like the routing is so clean. I don't like how comfy you are rods the nodes. That's why I'm using the wireless plugin. Oh, this looks very clean. Like the automatic layout with the connections and the snapping to the grid. I love that. Very cool. Wait, that released last year? I never knew that creating nodes is so hard. Like, didn't you also use Copy UI a little bit, or did you not? I feel like you did. You were asking about the model before, but I saw that in a board and forgot to reply, or didn't see it during the stream. But the model that I'm using, I actually already named that in Discord as well. It's not a secret. You're reading chat. That's just how weird chat is. You have been warned. Yeah. I'm always just reading. Just start reading. Worst case is funny. I mean from scratch, but with... Oh, you mean like the making it from scratch, yeah. With Python framework, I use WX Python. I'm not warning someone of something that after it happens. This game is so stupid, but the notes are so well done. I know the game, I tried it and got bored after 5 minutes. Really? So is it not as good as Node Math? I guess these types of games you can get bored fairly quickly. It's probably something you just do while watching the stream or like a movie or something. You have nothing else to do. It is an idle game after all, right? So that's kind of the point. I still yet to do anything with Comfy. I used other types of nodes, Blender, Unreal, etc. Yeah. I think Blueprints is kind of nice too. It has like a good routing system as well. But it doesn't look as clean as the game. You should try playing Shapes. Oh, that's the Node Math style game that was like actually super polished, right? I guess I meant the Shapes 2. That one I saw. I think Lyric played it. In like one of the many sub-Sundays, and it probably was years ago when it came out. But that one looked really cool. Shapes 2. 3D. Yeah, look at that. That looks so cool. Like it has this feeling of scale to it. It's insane. Like this trailer that zooms out. Look at that. That is crazy. But there's too many games to play, so we can't. Speaking of blueprints though, like the Unreal Engine blueprints the game, we also still have to play. Apply this upload labs while working. Why are working? The real question is node math or node math? I think it's node math. Yeah, it's not even written as one word. Node math. It was like Dyson's Sphere project a bit, the way it's floating in the air. We play everything, yeah. Just play one game per day. Dyson's Sphere project. I think I've seen it before too. Never played it though. Oh. That looks a little bit more complicated. Like more... like there's a story to it, I assume. Kind of looks more like a strategy game. I guess all of these games, if I would play them, probably would start with Factorial. If we ever get to that point. Chess is actually hard. I was struggling understanding some later things, really. Math versus math. Math versus math. US versus UK English. I don't know. Not sure if that is true. But it is mathematics, right? Like if you write it out without shortening it, it always is S. Because there's no mathematic. Right? Actually, must scroll. What can I say? I hate it when I can't properly shout in the text chat. Can't slog? You can shout. Let me drink some water. Thank you, Zako. Yeah, Factorial is one of the best. One of the best? One of the best. Let's turn that if to a when we get to that point. Yeah. Mathematic principle sounds like it should be a word, but I'm not sure. Oops. No, it's mathematical. Oh, principle. It's mathematical, right? Or mathematician. But it's never mathematic. Yeah, you can just use caps lock to shout. Math, what's happening? I don't know, someone mentioned math versus maths with an S, and we started talking about it. I guess we got there by, like, because of node math at the game that we played. And the last Steam Next Fest, which, by the way, the next Steam Next Fest is also... Wait, is it next week? Oh my god. I thought we had like 2 weeks still. It is literally next week. Wait, what date is it? It's on Monday. It starts on Monday. I guess we know what we're doing in next week. Literally on Monday already. Why did I have a space in there? Alright, then well. I noticed there's not much game dev going on. That's not my fault. I'm just catching up on chat. If you want me to dev, you have to stop talking. Or to study math age. Time flies too fast. Does time fly this fast, or is it like twice a year? It might be once per quarter, or twice per year, but it's definitely not one time per year. How many next fairs per year? 3. It's 3. 3 per year. February, June, and October. So it's like, yeah, the start of the year, the end of the year, and summer. Is it just every 4 months? Probably. How dare you talk and pay attention to chat? I should probably just be in the just chatting category whenever I game dev. I cast distraction. What did I need for that? Like, wisdom saving throw? First year of computer science math was enough to end me. Computer science math. Oh yeah. Yeah, going from high school to uni, like the jump in math complexity from high school to uni is insane. Like, I think math was one of my best subjects in school. And in uni I was struggling. Like, I barely kept up. Like, literally you had to take like an onboarding class before uni started to even understand what's going on. Because they use like the some symbol, like summarization symbol, and like the multiplication symbols. What are they called? Like the large Greek letters. Like in loops. Math looping. You don't even see that in school. What is it? Large sigma or something? Okay, large sigma. Yeah, this one for summing up. Summarization, addition. Loop addition. Summation symbol. That one. That was like one of the first things we encountered in uni. Large sigma, yeah. Brain rot indeed. Right, integrals we already had in high school. Like algebra, we had. But like this stuff was very hard to comprehend in the beginning. Like, it definitely catches you off guard because they just assume you know what it is. Even though it's not taught anywhere. Therapy we had it in high school. Really? You did have it in high school? That's crazy. Pure nostalgia. Imagine getting nostalgic over math. That's crazy. Sum is easier than integral math to me. It's just a for loop of sum. Yeah, but it's like, it's a weird structure if you don't know it. I'm not saying this one is harder. It just catches you off guard. But in like integral, like algebra, the principles of algebra are straightforward, right? Even though like actually applying them is not easy. But more Kohari, all I learned in a year is how beautiful the percentage is. The percentage sign, how beautiful it is. Okay, this seems like another personal bias. It's not because... Wait, what? It's modulo. Oh, modulo. Modulo is nice too. Reading formulas is not something I ever liked. I prefer doing all that in code. We actually learned like LaTeX for text setting to write formulas and stuff. That was fun too. I like it. And I shouldn't have pronounced it LaTeX. I should have pronounced it LaTeX because that is how it's pronounced. LaTeX. LaTeX. I like LaTeX. LaTeX, not LaTeX. Another Freudian slip, you might say. Also, modulo is also something that you don't learn in high school. Right? I feel like. Unless you have like computer classes. Yeah, I don't really know what to be honest, with this bug, because we are using Upworld too. I don't know how else I would cast it down. Can I do like ref as Upworld ESC2? Because I don't think this will do anything either. That would be really weird. I thought we tested this when we implemented this. Like I remember something where we tested this, but there might be a different issue as well. Yeah, no, it still goes into 3. But that's the one. Maybe that's one. It's the matter. There's a bug that crashes the old cycle when the piranha eats the cursor. Because it loads the cycle 3 resources instead of the cycle 2 resources. So it uses the wrong code flow. And I don't know how I can downcast it to the old, to the cycle 2 one, even though we're already using like type conversion, which I thought was working when we tested it last time, but apparently not. Why the custom cast? I think that it's not. I feel like it's just not how it works. Because we are in Hub World 4, right? We're in Hub World 4. And Hub World 3 is the last one that overrides the initialize. Sounds like a job for polymorph. Kohari, get in polymorphism. Isn't that polymorphism? Like, I already have it in 2 different scripts. Like, it's the same function in 2 different scripts. It should call the old one. But it's not. Is it because I'm not over... I don't know, man. It's weird. You have to specify the type. I am. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I think it's because the reference is static. But I'm kind of afraid that it breaks something that could make it not static. And the function call? I gotta look for a bit. I feel still tired. I'm getting old. I'm turning 24 in a few days. Old now. I feel like I'm literally probably at the peak. Maybe not even yet. I think it only goes downhill after 30. So what are you talking about? You're fine. But yeah, I'll take some rest. Saku, it's fine. Thanks for stopping by. If this is my peak, then I'm screwed. Well, yeah, by your logic, you would already be past your peak. I don't know how 3D script polymorphism works, but it'd be a function declaration. A func declaration is overriding the other. Well, it is working for everything else. I think it's because how we use the reference. I think it was like we did some kind of rework on this at some point. Like some refactor where we use the static reference instead of calling it in a different way. Maybe I just need to set self on the other ones. But I'm kind of confused because it is jumping into... Wait, no, it's not. Is it going here? I think it's not because the hub world is only on the gameplay. I guess that's what I get for not all. No, it's not. Wait, why is that even called here? Why would it call Upward 2 in the main menu? Oh god. We're also young compared to the 3,334. Exactly. Get on my level. However, I also don't know your code. What do you mean? I did everything live on stream. Surely you have memorized the entire code base. Are we aging like fine wine? Yep. What's load cursor for? Wait, what load cursors looks like? Can you skip some cursors based on which cycle you're in? I mean, the cursors are loaded in initialize. And that one loads the cycle-specific cursors, depending on which cycle you are in. They all override the initial cursors from the base class. But when I call it, it just takes the latest one, instead of taking the correct one. So here's the actual problem. The actual problem is that we are not using a cycle-specific hub world because we have only one. We only have the latest hub world. So we're on hub world 4. And we don't have a specific one because when you start the game in the arcade of hub world 4, you don't load the actual hub world 2. You just call the function. And I was hoping, and I thought that's how it worked, that we can downcast it from upward 4, the type, like just downcast the type or specifically call the upward 2 function by specifying the type before we call it. And I don't want to make a function that is named EAC2. Because that is weird, because it's already in the EAC2 script. Wait, what? Yeah. Like, I don't get why this wouldn't be called. I forgot you have everything encapsulated in classes. Weird. I put a muscle on my back. The heck? All I did was scratch it. Are you sure you're 24 and not 42? Because that's crazy. Although I gotta say, I also kind of had like a weird issue when I scratched my back, like last year. Was it last year? Might have been. It was like my shoulder was weird. But I started like doing some exercises and stuff, and then it alleviated itself at some point. But it was like, I had like insane pain in like the upper left muscle in my shoulder. You're 3k years old, so it makes sense to another rapper to specifically call it. Yeah, you mean like I renamed the function to initialize cursor EAC2. But that's annoying. Because then I have to rewrite everything. Then I have to specifically call it. Like, I have to put this call. I have to override the call for all future cycles. And call something different. Wait, no, that doesn't even work because the upload is still the same. Like, there's no way to differentiate them. Like, where is it called? It's not called here, it's called somewhere else. It's called specifically in the cycle, I mean. I guess it called during load cursors. Would probably. Like, this one is being called though, yeah. At a breakpoint there, Human pufferfishes ate differently than humans. Yeah. Remove that breakpoint. Remove that breakpoint. Is there abstract methods? Maybe then GCA explicitly calls the child or the compiler. What do you mean by GC? Not sure I understand the problem though. Abstract methods got introduced in Godot's 4.6. So no. GD script. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still on 4.4. I would have to migrate the code. See, that's the call that we're making. Help world EAC2 ref. But the ref is static and probably no, I don't get it. I don't get it. You should be able to call like it or like a different version of that function somehow. See, it ends up in 3. It ends up in Hubworld EAC3 in the Hubworld EAC3 script, but it should call EAC2. Wait, didn't I try this? I want a bread curve script. What is that? Yeah, it still doesn't go into Joule. I should just Google it. how to. I guess I should Google the name. How to call a. Wait, how would you even describe that problem? Whatever. There's a coming up. Let's take a quick break. I will refill my water and like get a snack or something. Be right back, chat. See you in 3 minutes. I'm back. Hello. Also, I just realized you're almost, like, it's already almost 7 p.m. It's kind of crazy. Like, there's really not a lot of time with the double schedule, is there? I guess I did start like 40 minutes late. That makes sense. Where were we? Let me ask AI about the thing I'm trying to do. Yeah, and I have to join class. Almost 6 p.m. and I haven't even finished working. Oh, I'm sorry. But it is almost the weekend, right? Just one more day. At the current cycle that's happening at work. Cycle? How can I call a downcast version of a class function in GD script? Like if I have class name 1, class name 2, and class name 3, each with a function initialize thing. How do I force class name to initialize thing? Conditionally. We go through business cycles where things are pushed more. They want to squeeze things into a financial year, things like that. We go through several different cycles, pushes like that throughout the year. Oh, it's like crunch. Basically, development crunch. But I felt like the start of the year was like super chill because all of the like business stuff kind of slows down over the holidays, and then in the beginning of the year there's like nothing. I guess starting February it would pick up again. I guess that makes sense too. It's horrible. Yeah. I would hate that too. But I can't even handle regular. I guess that's why I quit. It became a streamer. We got Christmas crunch in October, November, then after New Year's everyone wakes up around mid-January, February, then another crunch in a few months, another. Yeah, that does sound illogical and annoying. Introduced in Scrum, now you can enjoy it every few weeks. To Agile as like, yeah, if you have like the Agile development cycle, you just crunch every 2 to 4 weeks. You get batches of work, then slows down instead of steady flow. Find a better job. Like, I'm sure there's like a lot of companies that don't do it that way, right? Like, it's just about communication. Like, I feel like the managers could definitely communicate to your customers to spread it out more. Or is it like shareholder stuff? Like you'll be beholden to the shareholders who want like good numbers on the... I guess it is just a high level thing, or they want good numbers on the quarters, on the quarterly reports and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know, it's just capitalism basically. Annoying. That's why Steam has such a cool work culture where you just do whatever you want. When you work at Steam, just do whatever you like and whenever you like. And then when it's done, it's done. And when it's not done, you just keep going. Unfortunately, that's how everyone else works, so we have to adjust, yeah. That's why Half-Life 3 never came out. Because no one wants to touch it. It's too, like, there's too much pressure on the like, there's too much pressure on the sentiment, on the IP or whatever. That's why no one, because everyone can do whatever they want to do. No one is ever gonna touch Half-Life 3. It's too big of a legacy for anyone to risk it. I wish I could replace the job, but finding something to work from home is hard. Really? I guess my last job was kind of in the COVID era, so it was really easy to get a from home remote job. That's why they did Alex. Yeah, because the VR hype was real. So people just thought, hey, what if we did Half-Life in VR? Yeah, basically. Wait, can I just do super? That doesn't make sense though. I guess it does. But it's weird. GD script does not support super or chained parent calls. Cast and call if not overridden. Explicit method reference. Self-airs. Yeah, I thought like this self-airs would be working, but in cast self to parent class, GD script still resolves virtual method calls at runtime based on the actual object's type, not the cast type. The cast only affects static type checking, not dynamic. GD script uses dynamic dispatch for virtual methods. The cast tells the compiler treat this as class name 1, but at runtime the object still calls class name 3. So the most overridden method wins. Explicit supercalls on each class, store references if needed. nice. Can I? Load up there. We're not setting the reference here. Oh god. Good luck. Thank you. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, have a nice class. See you later, maybe. I don't hate the job itself, but the expectations are cosmical. Then you have to shut them down, then they build and shut them down again. It's weird. Like, shut them down? Shut what down? I mean, like, try to shut them down for, like, pushing or promising for the expectations and... Do we really have to, like, rewrite all of this? I guess we have... We can overwrite the reference. Instead of setting the reference here, we would set it in each of them. Overriding ready. So it would be ready. And then super ready. And then ref self. And because the self is then the different type already, this should work. Well, not necessarily. Because it's not actually number 2, is it? It's in gameplay cycle. And the super is calling the immediate parent and not the other one. Also, they would be carrying different things. Oh god, I'm gonna break something. Horribly. By doing this, but like recycling this. Wait. Is it not calling load cursors and the update cursors in EC2? Wait, where is it calling? Oh, here, EC1. It's so weird. Surely this is working. For EAC1. How would it not? Wait, it doesn't even hit the breakpoint. But how? Surely this was working. How would it not have been working at all, ever? Is it actually? Wait, I have to check this on Steam. There's no way. There's no way it's not working. On the live version. Guess you just have to wait for the piranha to check. Also, why is the combo increasing? Even though we have the twinkles out. Oh, was it limited to 40? On the live version? When did we reduce it to 5? Wait, is it because it's loading the correct one? Probably. Yeah! This one is loading the correct one. Why is it working on the live version, but not... But not on dev? What did I change? And when did I change it? Is it resolved during build, but it makes no sense? I think I refactored something at some point. Let's check the commit history. Wait, show me more. I have to check on GitHub. Where's my GitHub? Yeah. There's cycle 4. It's probably when we refactored the save logic. Wait, when did the... Does it show the old commits? But if I go through the Git history, does it only show the branch commits or the... It shows everything. What the hell? Can I not filter to see only the commits that diverge from the branch? That is so annoying. What the hell? Why would GitHub not show me when it diverges? Or does it do that somewhere? I feel like it should be definitely a thing. In the commit history, that it shows the exact point where it diverges from the main branch. Surely. Or do I actually have to put up compare? Why is it so annoying? I don't know where I would check that. This could be so easy. I had get up. It could be such an easy thing to do. They do know which commits have been added after the branch diverges. Why wouldn't they show it? "53 commits ahead." Bro, yeah, compare, please. There we go. Accept buttons for allow boss modifiers and chiller. Wait, that's not true. But did I push to master at some point? January? How? I guess I compared to the old branch then. Thank you, Ilaria, for that bits. Oh, I'm stupid. It's reverse chronological. So shop item effector, rename item cursor, fix blah blah blah, shop save and load, initial seed, initial hub world, update from master, update scale, hard and hourglass seeds, planted seeds, save and load, harvest, F constant, cycle for gameplay. I should probably read the entire blue message to see when things are refactored. Also, I probably didn't always write good commit messages to actually see. How? There should have. 1 second, I need to. I'll be right back. Beep boop. Hello. Hello, Raiders. Hi. Beep boop. Beep boop. Sorry, I had to. Like, today is kind of weird. Like, my dad needed help with something, and he was just calling and picking it up. That's why I was late for stream as well. And basically, I had to prepare it before the stream, and then now he was picking it up. But hello, Raiders! Hello, Feld! Thank you for the raid, and welcome. Let me give you a shout out real quick as well. What have you guys been up to? I need that bot. I need that raid bot that tells me what the Raiders have been up to. I need to prepare that. I should write that down somewhere so I don't forget. So, we are currently struggling a little bit with a bug. And I don't think I can solve it. And it's already been 2.5 hours and I have done nothing. Maybe I should do a different bug. Not much. I was playing a little Daisy. It was mostly to test how I would sound with a sound blanket. Oh, did you actually like buy something? A sound blanket? I mean, like, do you put the blanket over you and your microphone and the the monitor, or do you actually put it on the wall? What's a sound blanket? You put it on the wall, right? Surely. But it sounds like you would put it over the monitor. And your, like, over everything would be pretty funny, like a tent. Yeah, it's probably on the wall. My friend is going to help me build a little tent, but the test stream was just over me. Wait, you actually use it like a tent? What the hell? I mean, here it looks like you just put it on the wall, but are you actually gonna use it like a tent? That would be horrible, I think. Like, not in terms of sound, but in terms of, like, wouldn't it, like, heat up like crazy? Probably get some stale air and heat. We'll make it porous. Interesting. So you basically make a soundproof tent. I mean, like this? Probably not. They probably actually use it like just when we were kids. Like when we were kids, we were building tents with our actual sleeping blankets. W procrastination. And then I wanted to edit, ended up playing more Monster Hunter. Classic. Yeah, I've been procrastinating on today's stream as well. Basically, just chatting the entire time. But I also don't really know how to fix this, to be fair. And I was late for the stream. What is that? Oh, that's the blanket. I see, I see. Yeah. Build a studio within minutes. Oh. But they put it on the wall. Like I suspected. I guess you don't have to. Oh, they put it on the piano. What the hell? A streamer is never late. Chat is just too early. Exactly. Alright. I'd rather watch this than my teacher drawing circles in Illustrator. Are you at uni? How dare you watch me during class? What if you take your car insulation off and use it in your room? Car insulation. I see the car enthusiasm is leaking through to other spaces, I guess. Right, I was trying to find when it changed. Couldn't I just search like by file? So when did we introduce this? I want to have the history of that. Hub world, GitHub history, go to file, Hub world. History. That is, Hub world save and load refactor to abstract cycles. And then we changed I don't want to put this on the main screen to update anything, but there is a history on this. But the static hub world was already a case. So what changed them? Initialize cursor was added. How did it be added before then? Wait, we removed the initialized cursor from the hub world? Wait, why is it here? I'm not here. Is that why? Because it's in the base class? But that doesn't make sense. Because before it was just pass. And then we did it here. Which probably makes it different. I don't know. If that works, but just putting it here instead. And where's the save game? Wait, why did I do it that way? Really, I'm leaking all day. Isn't everyone? If you drink enough water. Raising? Yeah. If this works, I would be very happy. I don't think it will. Maybe. Oh, that's a breakpoint. Nope. Nope. Not working. But the reference didn't change, and it is working on this current Steam version. What else did we change? It was already a static reference. Hello, Kyrus. Hello. Hello, hello. Is it because of the save data? Because the save data is in like different files now? But that doesn't make any sense. But are we calling it in the same way? I'm not. But yeah, nothing. Maybe it's in the gameplay instead. Where gameplay cycle. Four. And then oh, but it would be a different commit. Wait, go to history. Wait, which one? is relevant, you know. I guess EC2. What? Oh, okay. So gameplay, EC2, script, and then history. And then load old cursor upgrade based on cycle. Wait, is it? When was the last Steam update? When was that? August 25th. So that has to be. Wait, no, that can't be it then. Because it was committed August 17th. Wait, no. Wait, yeah. That one must already be live. Sure. Yeah, we already used that logic there. So it must have been working. Exactly like that. Wait, what are the stats on cycle 3? BC3 cursor twin. Compared to cycle 2. So 2050 and 2 has 14. So that one is active. Okay, let's go into the game again. And if cycle 3 is limited to 14 and cycle 3 is limited to 50. What is it? To 5. So cycle 3 is limited to 5. But that's the multiplier. And cycle 2 is 14. Surely. But that means I have to get a combo. I know. It should be easy, right? Surely. Not being that easy, actually. Just a bit the decoy. Wait, where's the multiplier? Oh, it doesn't change anymore, so it doesn't show up. So it is working. It hits 40. Oops. Should have tested it with a different cursor. Other cursors are probably easier to test. But we already started with this one. Yeah, this one is 14. So it is working. And that is still the same logic. So why is it no longer working? Why? 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 But why? Wait, I might know more. Maybe. Let's check the gameplay cycle history again. Where is it? Gameplay cycle 2. Wait, so what was it before? Yeah, Load Cursors, Hub World, EAC2 Insurance. Oh, it does not have the static reference. Wait, so how did it reference it globally then? Wait. What? Cycle history. That's the wrong branch. Hub World Singleton Refactor. August 19th. Is that it? Might have been. And why did we do this? What if I don't do this? What happens? Or does it have to be a reference? Can it just be this? Cannot call non-static function on class hub world. Make an instance instead. Because the function is not static. How do I know if it used the static reference in the current version of the game or not? Where do I have to see which one I pushed to Steam? I guess I don't push dev branches, so it should be a different branch. It would be release cycle 3 and then gameplay cycle. No, upload mode. History. And the oldest one. Load old cursor upgrades based on cycle. August 17th. Static initialized cursors. Upward initialized cursors. Yeah, so that is... It's a static function instead of the static reference. So why did I change it is the question. Because there was... I'm sure there's something... It's probably the save game that's the problem. Oh god, we're gonna be stuck on this for so long. Because that is kind of deeply integrated. And I didn't notice that it's broken. Like, we would have to make the save game static as well. Because it's based per cycle 2. Unless you can somehow change the reference. Because you can't make it not static. And if it's static, it can't change its type. But it has to change the type. I guess we have to put the static reference in each of the scripts. But that doesn't make sense either, because the other scripts are never attached. It's only cycle 4, always, because that's the latest one. So the ready ref self will always reference cycle 4. And then when it's called from in here, it doesn't matter that we change the class on the call because the reference is still cycle 4. We could give it a variable. And then differentiate based on that and call super, but oh god. Yeah. So we would, like, we could do like this, self, and then check the type in the function. And then when we do if, and check the type here, and then we would call if the type matches. If the type doesn't match, it's super. So it's like recursion inherited. recursion inheritance or something. Thank you, Zako, for the pets. And then bloop, 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 bloop. Or, which is probably the easiest. I didn't want to do this because I like having this separated like that. But I could call the same function every time. But we could just do 2, 3, 1. And then not have this at all. And then here we do 1, 2, and 3. But you know. Or do a switch, then call each separate ones you already have. Could also only like call the same one every time and pass in which cycle it is. And then in the initialize, which is on the base. Yeah, I have to switch here. Okay, cycle type. And then switch cycle type. And then Wait, is it switch? It's match. And like 1, 2, 3. And then we load them all in the same one. Alright, put them all here. And then the different ones. In a switch segment. But I hate it because it was working. It was working when the initialized cursor was static. Instead of the upward reference. It was so elegant. Because you could do whatever with it. Especially because, I guess it's... the eyes cursors getting added. Man, what else could you do with this? I guess you could load it dynamically too. Like based on name, like match the power. Wait a minute. So, I don't quite get it because this... specifically casts it down, right? Because the reference doesn't change the type. But this is a new function, like this is a new variable, technically. So how would that not work? Oh, did we put it as a fallback in the 0? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is just some weird UIDs that changed. So, Upworld 2. No, gameplay cycle 2. So if I were to put this into a different variable, hub as is into, and that is hub world EAC2 equals, and then hub world ref that can't be anything else. It is a forced type conversion, right? Surely. 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 Maybe typecasting is just for linting, or does it meta at runtime? It should meta at runtime. We have done it. Oh no, you might be right. You might be right. Well, not linting, but like autocomplete and stuff. Yeah, it's probably linting, so you might be right. That it only matters for the pre-compiler or whatever it is. Nope. Still not working. That's so weird. I feel like it should matter at one time. But then again, we are assigning the reference, so it's like a direct pointer. Oops. How can I see the type? ESC4. What the hell? In Python TypeScript it doesn't, I think, so maybe it's here too. I mean, it doesn't matter at runtime at all, ever. Oops. What's the point of casting? Like, what happens if we have a function here? Like this. And then we do ref. Pass. But that is gonna work, right? Because it always takes the latest it can. Just one moment. Here. But if I had an overridden test here, I would call a new one. That is so weird. What if I do be able to do a quick compile and check if it works after the build? It won't. The build, I don't think the build is a problem because I checked the old version of the current version that is live on Steam and it didn't use the reference. Like it didn't use static reference like that. I think it's just how it is. Because it is a static reference, it makes sense that it can't change the type. And you can't specify which type to call when you call the function. So it always, like, the reference is a static thing that is set at the start of, the game. The reference gets set to the latest hub world, which is cycle 4. And because it's static, it can't change to a different type. So it's always based on the latest, like on the cycle 4. And because the latest one is, like, the latest implementation of initialized curses is cycle 3, it calls that instead. I'm gonna ask her again. But I don't think it's gonna be possible. He's just making a new one. Like, he makes a new class. Or like a new instance. Static functions. No, not static function. Oh, static functions don't participate in polymorphism. They resolve at compile time, not at runtime. This is why downcasting a class reference doesn't work for static method dispatch. Oh, I did. Is there anything else we do like this? Active kills or update deal of rules. But that is the active cursor. That one is not static, which means we can cast it. Oh, that is annoying. Oh god, like I could do this. Apparently, I want to test this real quick. That doesn't make any sense though. Why would I initialize the dial thing if I can just make a separate function? But does this actually work? It probably would. Wait, no. Because it's setting the data, which is obviously on the actual reference. Why am I not just moving these out? Why am I using them in the function anyway? Oh, because it's on the hub world and not on the gameplay. It doesn't matter though. I guess that is the easiest solution. We just put it in here. Rotate. Also, can you reload that, please? Okay, so we just take them from here. Like, we remove the function completely and just take them and put them into the gameplay. So instead of calling initialize, we just do hub world ref cursor data and then set it directly in here. So we have it in this old cursor. Wait, isn't that the same problem? No. Because we're not referencing that world, we just... Yeah, because it's in gameplay. So the load cursors is what we override. And gameplay is not called through the same thing. So this would work. I guess it simplifies the code a little bit on the thing. Design a little bit. Like the inheritance structure is gonna be simpler overall. So just put it here. And then do the same for 3. And 3 doesn't even need an override at all then. For that world script. That's crazy. So we can delete the world script for 3. Technically. I guess I should leave it until it's working. That's so weird. Oops. And then this all will be the same on 0. Upward, left. Why is there so much in ESC2? But nothing in 3. I guess 3 didn't really introduce that much structure in terms of saving and loading. Also, why is Shield Cursor 1 loaded? Because it didn't change. Wait, there's a Shield Cursor 2 with the same stats. Oh, this one is local. What? The hell happened there? Whatever, this should work. Yo, I didn't notice it was your birthday recently. Happy birthday, even if I'm late. Thank you, Eclipsa. Thank you. It was a very, very cool and wholesome birthday. Got some really cool presents. So yes. There's my reaction on YouTube as well if you haven't seen it yet. To the community gift. Index -1 on base object, cursor upgrade ESC1. Load cursors, load cursors, load cursors. I guess this one still has to be... Wait, where would it have to be? Oh, is it because we still have this? Oh, it would have to be here, wouldn't it? Because that's where it was before for some reason. So let's just put it here again, just to make sure it's the same. Wait, where? Wait, it was here? No way. Wait, when is load cursors called? I actually did see it. It was very adorable. Yeah, it was great. Fan out was very cute as well. Ready calls load cursors on EAC1 because it's the first one that had cursors. And then the hub world was calling initialize. Technically. Was a great music choice, very calming. You mean on the death stream? Thank you. On the birthday stream. The birthday stream had the... I think the birthday stream was still using game tropes. With the Silk Song piano, right? Or was it the jazz? Not sure. And I'm blue. Ta-tum-tum-tum. Ta-tum-tum-tum. Thank you, Alien, for that. That's... And the one playing right now, yeah. That is, AI. My personal AI music that I generated locally. made like 3 songs and they are looping. But I made more, but these are the only 3 that I like. And I probably will make more in the future. Index -1. One cursor upgrade EAC1. Why would it be -1? All we did was replace the initialize. Which should be calling... Oh... Because now we are calling it in the gameplay. It means we're not calling it here in the hub world. So when the hub world loads the save data, we don't have anything loaded yet in the for the cursor stuff. We don't have the assets loaded. So we'd have to do it here again. But that one can have the latest because it's not tied to the old ones. Why? I hate it. Because now we have to make another function for each of them. And then call them. And then we have a massive duplicate on the other one. Thank you for that, Zeren. So I should just make them different functions or put a terameter in them. But I hate that too. Because it means a lot of duplicated code, which I shouldn't be worrying about anyway, but I still do. I hate it. Because you can't put them in these separate files. Like, we can't put them in these separate files. You need one switch statement on the top. And we would have to update the old code every time. Which is basically the same as updating the new code. But I hate that we have to touch the old one. Why can't it be static? Upworld EAC1. Wait, it can! Wait, was I doing something wrong earlier? So they would both be static then. I have a static function and... and a static reference. So this would be static. Cannot access non-static variable. The cursor data. No! Wait, it can be static too though, right? Surely. Because why wouldn't it? It's just a dictionary. It doesn't have to have static content. So you make them static. And then we make the variable dictionary static. And then we call initialize cursors. Oh, it's not here. Should be. There we go. I guess this one doesn't have to be here. We don't have to put it here. Anyway. Wait, do we? I guess it would be. Wait, but doesn't... But now it's static. We can't call the letters. Because now it's individual functions. So this won't even propagate down. Because the static function is like individual for each. Will we just not call it here? But what's the video gonna do then? Like the save will still fail. Because it hasn't initialized it. And it's not gonna initialize it either. Because it's not propagating down to the correct version. Oof. Now, why is this complaining anymore? Didn't I just like I reloaded it? So we would have to update this to call the new one. Because now we can't just call initialize, right? Because it's static and we have to specify the version. Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. So this would have to be upward 4. Which doesn't have it. But it will propagate up? No, there's no way. There's no way. Hey, why is that not set now? So this has to be 3. What? That's what you get for taking a 4-month break of development. Like, nothing makes sense anymore. Oh, also this doesn't make sense. This needs to be leaderboard EC3 initialize. And then that one's gonna be leaderboard EC2 initialize. And then this is gonna be leaderboard EC1 initialize without the rest. Why is this not null? Non-existent shop press? How does that make sense? We only read the static, it has nothing to do with the shop. Did it change the scene? Because it did something weird. Somehow it changed the cursor shop scene, removed the reference. Did we rename? Oh, wait, because we made them static? Cursor shop scene. Wait, which one? Probably all of them. No? Wait, what? Shop 4. Wait, what's missing? They're all connected still. What is it complaining about? Non-existent function instantiate. Oh, and there's nil. So the cursor shop resource on the hub world. 2? Why are world 2? Cursor shop resource. The AC2. What do you mean? It's there. It's assigned. Anyway, Chad. Let me write this down here. Static reference program. Initialize cursors and propagate to correct version on the static. And static help can't down toss the type. It's type. That's a big one, so we probably will be stuck there tomorrow as well. But that is gonna be it for the dev section. I will take a food break. I will take down the YouTube stream and then I will restart the YouTube stream for the gaming section. I don't want to end the stream, so I'm gonna go on the be right back screen probably and just restart the YouTubes. So see you YouTube on the new link in like half an hour. And the rest can hang out with me while I'm eating or something. See you in 30 minutes. Bye YouTube. Bye YouTube. Bye.